All right, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here. We're on Cyprus still. First video in Cyprus, I think, for that channel. We're in Cyprus today, and we're enjoying the sun a little bit, and I want to talk about the idea of hustling and why it's actually BS, because it's not enough to really be free and do something that you love. A lot of hard workers out there. I appreciate that, and that is beautiful, and it's definitely better than not working hard. But there's one thing missing that you have to add to that. So if you like the idea of being free, if you like the idea of really living a good life for yourself, pay attention now, because I'm going to tell you what that one extra thing is that you need.
Have you ever wondered whether there's more to life than a meaningless, dead-end 9-to-5 job? Have you ever dreamed about breaking free, traveling the world, making good money while not having to worry that you could get fired? My name is Max Tornow, and I've attained that freedom, and I've attained that security. No more office dress code, no morning commute, no boss. This channel is for you, so here's to your freedom.
So like I said, there's a lot of people out there working extremely hard, all right? There's healthcare workers working extremely hard. There's janitors, artists, cooks, so many people working extremely hard, and that's really, really beautiful. But oftentimes, working hard in and of itself is not enough. If you really want to have a freedom life, then working hard is not the only thing you need. You also need to work smart. Right? You also need to kind of know what it is that you're working towards and what's the smartest way to get there. And this is something that I've applied back in the days when I was 20. And, I grew up, I went to the army when I was 18. You have to do that in the Austrian culture. And then I learned really how to work hard in the army, but then I also kind of realized, okay, I also want to be able to do something that I really like. So in my early 20s, I realized I have to work smart as well. And for me, that idea was like, okay, I want to be working from anywhere I want. So if I like to be in a different country, I can just go there. Or if I like to work from my bedroom, I can do that. That was kind of like my first thought, and that's something I would like to address to you as well. If you want to do things smart, you want to find something that you can work independently on. All right, regardless of where you are. You don't need to have to show up somewhere. 2020, 2021 has really showed us that, you want to be completely location independent. On the other hand, you also want to find a way to get out of the trading time for money rut, because that's difficult to be in. Like, there are, of course, most professions that are going to pay you for the time that you're putting in. However, there's professions that are going to pay you a lot for the time that you're putting in. For example, if you're a doctor, you're probably getting paid a lot of hourly rate if you really pinpoint it down, or if you're a lawyer and so on and so forth. But they're still connected to their time, and that's bad, because you only have 24 hours a day. Even if you get paid $1,000 per hour, you can only work, 16 hours a day, get 8 hours of sleep in. It's only $16K a day, even if you got paid $1,000 per hour, which is quite a lot already. Instead, what you want to do is you want to find something that leverages the end result that you're putting out and not the amount of time. All right? So for example, I myself have a freedom business. That means I get paid by my clients to deliver them an end result. I don't get paid by the hour. If I deliver someone an end result working 16 hours, I only get paid the exact same amount that I would get paid as if I would just get them the end result in 1 hour. So that means if I'm incentivized to work smarter on things, to find solutions, and therefore I'm disconnecting the money that I'm making from the time that I have to put in. And that is something that you really want to get, right? Same goes with a smartphone. Like, all I really need is this smartphone. That gives me a lot of autonomy, because this smartphone is something that I used to get in touch with my clients. Yeah, sometimes also the laptop's inside right now, but ultimately the smartphone's enough, right? You also want to be doing something, if you want to be smart, where you cannot get fired. Because if you can get fired, you're putting responsibility away. You can do as well as you want. If there's a crisis hitting, if there's some worldwide pandemic hitting, you can still get fired. Your boss might say, sorry, but I have to fire you. You've done nothing wrong. Like, imagine that. You've done nothing wrong. You've showed up every day. You've done all the tasks that you're supposed to do, but I'm sorry, you're fired. I can't pay you. That's it. Like, how heartbreaking that must have been for so many people that have now lost their jobs. It's insane. So I really hope that once the world comes back to normal, this is one thing at least that people will learn, like, hey, maybe my job isn't as safe as I thought it was, and maybe I should kind of like figure out a way where I at least, things are risky anyways, you know, where I at least take that risk away, where someone could just take my job away. If you have something that is your own business, if you're your own boss, yeah, you have a lot of other responsibilities, but at the very least, I cannot get fired. I can mess up for sure, but that's at least my own fault, right? If I do well, I'll be rewarded for that. I cannot just get fired even though I do well. So that's another thing that you need to be aware of, all right? So please, whatever it is that you want to be doing in your life, do it autonomously. Do it in a way where you can do it from wherever you want. Do it in a way where you can unlink from the amount of time that you have to put in. And most importantly, this is kind of like for the later stages, find something where you can make money work for you. And that's the crazy part. If you have a business, the more money you make, the more money you end up making. And that's funny. It's like, once you're making a certain amount of money with your business, what do? You take that money and you put it into advertising. So next month you're making even more, which means you can take even more money, put it in advertising. So you make even more, which makes it mean, and so on and so forth. You can make money work for you. And at some point, you have what we call just an excess in liquidity. It means you have a lot of money just on the side and you cannot even put it back into advertising because you can't even convert it that fast. So now you just say, like, let me buy some gold, let me buy some real estate, let me invest it in something, right? So now you have even more money work for you, and so on and so forth, and you're part of this upward spiral instead of downward spiral if you're self-employed. Right? A downward spiral if you're employed, and upward spiral if you're self-employed. That's what I wanted to say. And the sun is going down here. Beautiful. We still have enough light. All right, that should be your only worry. If you have enough light to shoot the video. The other worries, forget about them, not necessary. So if you're a hard worker, that's amazing, and that's a beautiful place to be in, that's a good start, but working hard isn't all. You have to be smart. You have to ask yourself, if I'm already a hard worker, how can I leverage that so I can work smarter in a way that money works for me, in a way that I don't get paid for the amount of time that I put in a way where I can be my own boss, in a way where I can be autonomous, where I can be free, and I can travel around. Why do you think are we here? I always come to Cyprus. Every goddamn year I spend several months here in Cyprus because it's beautiful here. It's much colder in Europe. My dad earlier sent me a picture. He's like, it's snowing. I love the snow. Love to go snowboarding, but you can't go snowboarding in April. There's still snow, kind of sucks. In April, I already wanted to be sunny. So I come here and I work from here. The only thing I have here getting on my nerves is the birds outside who make the same noise every couple seconds. I bet when I start talking, it's going to make this noise again. Anyways, there you go. Does the microphone pick that up? It's hilarious. If you haven't done so yet, go give me a follow on my Instagram account. Why is that important for you? Because I'm dropping valuable knowledge on there every single day. On my Instagram stories, I'm also posting on the feed fairly frequently. I'm replying to DMs, so strongly recommend you give me a follow on my Instagram. You probably have your phone in your hand anyways. It doesn't cost you anything. It just keeps hammering out the idea of you should be free, you should be free. Here's how to do it, here's how to do it. So strongly recommend you doing that. And ultimately, if you're watching this still and you say like, hey, you know, Max, this is great. I keep hearing this is a safer way to do things. How can I implement these ideas? How can I work smarter? I invite you to book a free consulting call with me and my team. There's a link down in the description below, or a link that appears somewhere here right now, and you can use that link to book your free consulting call. What it will do is it will bring you to a page. Read through the page. That's important info on that page, all right? And on that page, there's an application. You fill that out, takes you 2 minutes, and then you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. This is for you. If you feel a little lost, you know you want to be your own boss, but you don't know how, you don't know where to start, you probably feel that you're not good enough, you don't know what it is that you could be offering people, this call is exactly for you, because we can analyze your strengths, we can tell you what's the best fit for you, we can tell you the exact steps you need in order to get started, right? If you already have a little bit of an idea of what you want to be doing, that's great too. We can talk about how to do it properly on a free consulting call. If you then want to become our client, you can obviously talk about that on that call. Otherwise, call us entirely for free. We can get you started. So signing off here from wonderful Cyprus. Thank you very much for watching, and bye-bye.
Hi there, Luke here from Switzerland. I'm 20 years old and I'm a language coach. Before joining FBM, I had no idea what I could do because I had no specific skills. But when I joined FBM coaches told me like, yo, you have a skill. You speak 6 languages. You can help people with that. And that's what I did. And I made 6K in total. So yeah, huge thanks again. And yeah, pretty happy, pretty amazing journey and looking forward to keep going.